What's up, guys, and welcome back to another week of NFL predictions. As a reminder, here's how we did in week 3, and here's the updated scores after Thursday Night Football that we did with Cole. In this video, we'll be making the rest of the predictions for week 4, so let's just get right into it. Also, guys, quick disclaimer, the background footage will not be what is normally the background footage because I honestly just don't have enough time. I want to get this out before week 4 starts and Sunday, and I'm running a little late. I won't let this happen again, so I'm sorry about that, but just figured I'd throw that in there. Very sorry about that. Alrighty, so the Atlanta Falcons go to visit the Jacksonville Jaguars that have disappointed for the last 2 weeks. Who do you got in this game, Eric?
I got the Jaguars this game. I know the Falcons, hold on. I know the Falcons are actually doing pretty good this year. Bijan Robinson is doing very good. Desmond Ridder, he's been solid. For what the team is, he's been solid. But, you know, I got the Jags, and let me just say something. Trevor Lawrence has been selling me in fantasy. Can I say that?
Yo, he definitely had.
He's sold me in fantasy, but hopefully he doesn't look like rookie Trevor Lawrence. I think he's going to turn it around. It's still early, and I think this game is going to go to the Jags. Christian Kirk last week, was he the let me check. I believe he was the only one that got a receiving touchdown, but you can't blame the receivers last week because Trevor Lawrence just was not having a good week. The most productive player that game was Travis Etienne. He was going off. Yeah, I got the Jags taking it over the Falcons. Falcons are very good, and I wouldn't be surprised if anyone said the Falcons because they are actually a solid team this year, I think.
Yeah, so I'm going to bounce off what you're saying here. I think the Falcons definitely are going to be a playoff team by the time the season is over, but I just don't think against the Jaguars here they're going to win. They both lost last week, but the Jags have been kind of going down for a while now these last 2 weeks. I mean, week 2 they faced the Chiefs, and okay, they lost to the Chiefs. But then they go out there last week and just disappoint against the Texans and C.J. Stroud. But I do think the Texans are kind of emerging here. I think C.J. Stroud is doing really good as a rookie quarterback. He's putting up some impressive numbers. I saw a graphic where he was like 3rd on a list of rookie quarterbacks ever. The Jaguars, man, I don't know what's going on with them right now, but I think that T-Law has to find whatever is wrong and fix it really fast. And I think in this game against a team that just lost to the Lions pretty badly, like this Jags defense, it picks and chooses moments, like whether it wants to be good or not. I think it just got fatigued against the Texans, so I'm going to just say that the Jags fix their problems this week, take care of business against Bijan and the Falcons, but I have no doubt that the Falcons will make their way into the playoffs this season.
Now, one thing cool that I saw that I just kind of want to say,
Okay.
Apparently, Michael, that this game is going to be on Disney Plus if you want for like an animated version of the game for like Toy Story.
So we got the Miami Dolphins visiting the Buffalo Bills, both coming off of very, very hot wins against, inferior opponents in the Commies and Broncos, and we don't got to talk about that Broncos game. We don't got to talk about it. Who do you got, Eric?
I got the Dolphins winning it. I was almost going to go with the Bills, but the Bills offense does not look as good as the Dolphins, and the Dolphins just dropped 70 points against the Broncos, and their defense is playing very good without Jalen Ramsey. So think about how good this team will be with Jalen Ramsey. So I got the Dolphins winning it.
Yeah, Raheem Mostert and A-Chain or whatever, they both went off for a combined amount of 8 touchdowns. Tua went crazy. Hill went crazy. And, of course, they were all facing me in fantasy. I got on, needless to say. But both of these teams are really good. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Even though they both obviously have really good offenses, I think the Dolphins do have a very good defense as well, as they proved against the Broncos. And they're going to hold the Bills down a little bit more. But I do think both teams are not going to reach 30, and I think the Dolphins are going to barely squeak out of this game despite their dominating win last week. But you got to realize both these teams just came off of dominating performances. So it's take your pick. I think this is the Dolphins' true test. Are they going to be good? I like this team. I think they're contenders, and so I'm taking them. I got the Dolphins too. Next game, we got the Denver Broncos going up against the Bears, and Eric, it's time to announce what you're doing.
So every week I'm going to be doing a coin flip of the week because, as you guys know in previous videos, I'm always like, flip a coin, that's who's going to win the game. Well, guess what? I got a coin, if you heard that in the background. I'm going to flip the coin, and the home team will be the heads, the away team will be tails. So, here we go. And it is heads. We got the Bears taking it over the Broncos. And once again, it could be anyone winning this. So, I agree with it. And that is this week's Coin Flip of the Week.
All right, and in the Tank Bowl of the century, we got since we got the Broncos and the Bears, I'm going to be taking the Broncos here, splitting with Eric, because I just think the Bears are just absolutely horrible. Justin Fields said he felt like he was let loose last week. Basically he felt like he was more free to make decisions, is what he said in the press conference, but he threw for less than 100 yards. And in this league, you can't throw for less than 100 yards in 4 quarters of play. That's goddamn terrible. You're terrible. And so my Fields hate is going to continue. He is absolutely dog. And so that's going to continue into this game. So even against the Broncos, who got curb stomped, I'm talking Seth Rollins level curb stomped, okay? And they're still going to beat the Browns.
Bro, what?
They're going to beat the Bears. And so, yeah, that's who I got. I got the Broncos. The Baltimore Ravens are going to visit the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, just read off the list of injured people, please.
So I got the Ravens winning it despite all of these injuries going on in the locker room. Let me get a deep breath to list off all of these names. Ryan Stanley, injured, knee injury. OBJ, ankle injury. Marlon Humphrey, hasn't even played yet this year. Foot injury. Kyle Hamilton, back injury. Justice Hill, foot injury. David Ajabo, ankle injury. Tyler Linderbaum, ankle injury. Rashad Bateman, hamstring injury. And Adafe Owu, sorry if I didn't pronounce that right, ankle injury. Pretty much every injury you see is foot or ankle injury. So something ain't right with that turf. But yeah, I still got the Ravens winning this over despite all of those injuries. Browns looked very good last week. Deshaun Watson played very good last week. But John Harbaugh, he is a better coach. He knows how to win games without starters playing, such as Lamar Jackson not playing a lot the past 2 seasons, and he still knew how to win those games. So I got the Ravens winning this.
I also got the Ravens, and I struggled doing this because I feel like the Browns they look like a completely different team from week 2 when they face the Steelers, but I think the big difference maker is their defense. Denzel Ward leading the pack, saying that they're all going to have amazing stats. I think he said some wild, they're all going to have multiple picks or whatever, the most in the league they're going to combine for, which is a very good possibility when you consider just how dominant this Browns defense has been. It's what's keeping them in games. Obviously Ford got 2 touchdowns last week, and Deshaun Watson obviously looked better, even though you're going to see the backwards pass that everyone's been talking about, and it's all over Instagram. But Deshaun Watson did do better. Even though Cleveland's at home, I feel like that's going to play a factor here. I think the Ravens are still just the better team, despite these injuries, and I think Lamar is just proven that he's still got it. He's still one of the top quarterbacks in this league. He's proven why he won MVP. And yeah, so I'm just gonna say that the Ravens take it, but I'm not totally confident in it. I still think the Browns have a really good chance to win this one. And so the next game, the Cincinnati Bengals go to face the Tennessee Titans. And who do you got, Eric?
I got the Bengals over the Titans. I have not watched the Titans a lot. I know that the Bengals have not been doing good, especially Joe Burrow. I do not know what's going on with Joe Burrow right now. I know he's been dealing with some injury problems, but I still got the Bengals going to win this game. Like I said, I haven't paid enough attention to the Titans. I know that D-Hop has not done good. I know you can maybe make the excuse for Tannehill not playing his best football the past 2 seasons, but yeah, still not being as productive as you might think he would. So I got the Bengals winning this game.
I also have the Cincinnati Bengals, and I feel like the Titans have they have stunk so much that they just proved to me that the Chargers beat themselves in week 2. The Titans didn't deserve that win at all. The Titans are terrible. Derrick Henry last week had nowhere to run to. He ran into brick walls. It was horrible to watch. And then you have the Bengals, who also played quite a head scratcher of a game. It was a defensive showdown the entire first half. The Bengals D-line just absolutely eaten up, or pass rush just eaten up against that terrible ass Rams O-line. And Matt Stafford was getting touched out there. It was bad. He was getting harassed. You would have thought he was one of the 20-something women that Deshaun Watson was after with the way he was getting touched, bro. It was crazy. I got the Bengals. I don't give a that the Titans are at home. They're still going to lose. This next game, The Los Angeles Rams are visiting the Indianapolis Colts. Who do you got in this game, Eric?
I got the Rams winning this. Puka has been going crazy. Matthew Stafford is losing it a little bit, arm-wise. Brain-wise, he's still one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. His arm has definitely gotten weaker. I think everyone's seeing that. But I still got him winning it against these Colts. These Colts are 2-1, and the only impressive win is against the Jags, and the Jags are not looking good right now, as you heard from our review earlier, or prediction earlier. T-Law is not doing good. So I got the Rams winning it. Puka's going to go crazy. He's going to continue to go crazy, and I actually wonder how this Rams team is going to do when Kupp comes back, how they're going to even out the numbers between those two receivers. But yeah, I got the Rams winning it this game.
I got the Colts at home. I think the Colts are going to do really good. I think AR is coming back. And against a Rams team that just struggled really hard against the Bengals, I don't think that they're going to be able to defend this Colts team that well. I don't even think they really did that amazing of a job against the Bengals. I kind of wonder, it's like the Bengals again, making mistakes that really benefited the Rams. But if the Colts can just limit what they do on offense, I don't think Kupp's coming back yet. And so if Kupp comes back in week 5 rather than this week, yeah, that's the case. Kupp is not coming back this week. Again, Puka is there, obviously. Tutu Atwell is still there. Yeah, I don't think the Rams really can match the I'm not going to say the star power of the Colts, but I don't think they can match the Colts offense when AR comes back. AR really is another quarterback that has impressed me, along with CJ Stroud. And so for that reason alone, I'm just going to ride with the Colts here. I mean, I wouldn't be so surprised if the Rams won, but I do think the Colts genuinely are going to take this game. Like, I think despite them being underdogs apparently, I think they have a better chance to win. And so, yeah, that's who I'm going. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who just lost to the Eagles in primetime, are facing the New Orleans Saints, who just lost because they had 18 unanswered points put up against them against the Packers. So, who do you got in this game?
I got the Buccaneers winning it despite the loss to the Eagles. The Eagles made it to the Super Bowl last year. And Jalen Hurts had himself a flu game, as of multiple other players. So, I got the Buccaneers winning this. Baker did not look good, but everyone's going to have an off game. You're not going to go undefeated. You're not going to go 17-0. You're going to have games where you lose them, and this is one of those games. I think this week they're definitely going to utilize Mike Evans a little bit more. They did not utilize him that well. So I think they're going to try to use him and make him more productive to win the game. Saints are looking good, so I wouldn't put it past if you, Michael, went for the Saints this week.
I got the Saints. You're right. I had the Saints at home mainly because they're playing in that dome because of one simple reason. Marshawn Lattimore owns Mike Evans, and I'm not even kidding. Marshawn Lattimore, like when Mike Evans sees him, he gets -10 attributes. You know why? Because most of the time it means he's gonna get ejected from the game. And so it's going to be a fun little game to see here between these two rivals of sorts, between the wide receiver and corner. And that's always fun to see. And so, yeah, I think it's going to be quite an entertaining game. I think the Bucs are way better on offense, way better. But I think that the Saints are way better on defense. I think that the Saints defense is what's going to win them this game. I don't care if Derek Carr comes back or not. I know Derek Carr went out with a shoulder injury, which you could attribute to the loss against the Packers, but I'm not going to go that far. I think that the Saints defense just got worn out. And so, yeah, I think that the Saints, Derek Carr-less or not, are going to take this against the Buccaneers. And I like the Bucs. I do. I just think that the Saints defense is also really, really talented and can stop them. Now, I'm not going to lie. If the Saints defense is out there for too long, I can see this getting out of hand. But I think that the Saints are going to do just enough to win this game. The Washington Commies, who just got shit on by the Bills, are going to visit the Philadelphia Eagles. Damn, I really wonder who Eric has in this game. Why don't you enlighten us?
I got the Commanders winning this. I kind of got, believe it or not, actually, I'm being so dead ass. I got the Commanders winning it because I feel like the Commanders are an underdog team this year even against my Eagles. Also, I just feel like I need something to kind of like come back against, Michael in these predictions. And this one is a definite, yeah, if I got it. So I think they're going to turn a lot of heads this week and beat my Eagles. Said absolutely no one. The Eagles, Eagles will win this week. Y'all really thought I was going to pick the Commanders. No. Jalen Hurts decided to give the flu to everyone like it was herpes. Like, bro, they all finna be healthy this week. They're all gonna go crazy against the shitty ass team, bro. It's literally the Commanders, bro.
Should be interesting, but damn, I'm really surprised. But I got the Washington. No, I'm playing. I also got the Eagles. I'm not even gonna spend time talking about this, bro. Like, I don't need to. The Eagles are gonna push the Tushes right into the end zone, and that's just how it's gonna go. I mean, the Commanders, they don't deserve words. Y'all don't deserve my respect after what I just saw against the Bills. All right, I said your test was the Bills. You failed so badly, so badly. And so, yeah, it's going to happen again this week. Make sure you guys start Devontae Smith because he always goes off against the Commanders for some reason. It's really weird. Anyway, moving on. Minnesota Vikings visiting the Carolina Panthers. I'll go first. The Vikings are 0-3. They desperately need a win. All right. The Panthers, they had a close game against the Seahawks until it wasn't a close game in the fourth quarter. Their run defense looked horrid, and Kenneth Walker had a day. I don't think anything's going to change when it comes to the Vikings. Well, I mean, they don't have to worry about a run game, but they have too much talent on that team to lose to the goddamn Carolina Panthers. I know Bryce Young will be back. It doesn't matter. He hasn't even played good anyway. So, yeah, I got the Vikings. What about you, Eric?
Yeah, I got the Vikings winning it. They're finally going to get their first win, and there's not really much to talk about because it's the Panthers. So, it's the Panthers or the Vikings. One of these days, the Vikings are going to win, and today is that day. Well, Sunday is that day.
Moving on, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers going against the H-Town Texans. In H-Town, who do you got, Eric?
I got the Texans winning this, Michael. And I don't know if that's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing having this team as a pick because they've played very good despite the record. They've played very good. CJ Stroud has played very good. The only thing that just sells this team is the defense. But the good thing is, the defense doesn't have to play too hard because it's the fucking Steelers offense. So you just gotta hope that the Texans offense can carry the team, and I think they can, and I think they will beat the Texans this week, Michael. So I got the Texans winning this game over the Steelers.
So tell me you're joking right now.
I'm not joking.
Where's the joke? Haha, so funny.
There is no joke. It's just fact. It's written on. You want to see a screenshot of me saying the Texans are gonna win?
I want to see you get some pictures first. How about that? I have the Steelers. And this is not even me, just because I like the Steelers. All right, the Steelers are a better team. I think that I don't care what they did against the Jags. Our defense is insane. They're not. I feel like CJ Stroud is going to learn what it feels like to get hit by big, meaty men.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
They're going to see. You're going to learn Steeler football. All right, you're going to end up on the turf 10 times in this game. We're going to kick your asses. We're going to shut down that 30 points last week. I hope you enjoyed it. It's not happening. You're not even reaching 10, okay? The Steelers are going to shut you down. And our offense, I know, they're so scary. But I really don't think this is a talented defense. Or a talented enough defense to stop us on offense either. Now, we may not run for more than 20 yards. However, I don't think, not that we're going to do much on offense. We'll do enough to win this game. But I think we're just going to shut your asses down. And CJ Stroud's going to get a nice welcome to the NFL moment in this game, okay? That's what's going to happen, and I got the Steelers, and I'm just going to pretend like Eric didn't throw that disrespect right at me, okay? I'm going to let it slide, Eric. I'm going to let it slide. But we are disrespectfully splitting on this. The Oakland Raiders, yeah, they got demoted, are visiting the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, this is interesting, but...
Interesting.
This is interesting, rather. So who do you got?
God damn it, these are two deported-ass teams.
What is that supposed to mean?
Because they aren't like their original teams. Because I was going to be like, I got the San Diego Superchargers, but I can't do it but I got the Chargers winning this game. They came back last week, you know, slight flex on the haters. Haters are butt. Josh Jacobs is daddy, but he's selling me. So I don't know what's good with Gang, but Gang better figure it out because I'm about to shoot myself if Gang doesn't figure that shit out like ASAP Rocky.
Alrighty, Gang. Well, I got the Los Angeles Chargers as well. They're the home team. I guarantee you that half their fans are not even going to be in the stands. No, I'm playing, because these are both teams that struggle to bring in fans. But Devontae Adams went off last week for 200 yards. Almost. It was like 170. And still lost. This team sucks. Jimmy G threw like 18 brain-dead interceptions last week. And I mean brain-dead. They were terrible. And so the Chargers love to beat themselves. So this is why I say it's interesting. 92% of people pick the Chargers in this game. All right, the Chargers are very capable of making themselves lose games. So this is the only reason I even see a stratosphere in which the Chargers lose this game. But realistically, you know, RIP Mike Williams, by the way. But realistically, the Raiders don't have a chance here, bro. So I got the Chargers as well. The New England Patriots go to visit the Dallas Cowboys. And let's just talk about the Cowboys for a minute, all right? They just lost to a team that was projected to go 0-17 by Vegas. Joshua Dobbs, Pittsburgh Steelers legend, going out there, throwing the goddamn pigskin and beating them Cowboys. Beating them goddamn America's team. They're not America's team. They got hit on by the Cards. Anyway, who do you got in this game, Eric?
I got the Cowboys. America's team.
Them goddamn Cowboys.
Patriots should be America's team, you know, symbolizing that they're a patriot, but apparently the Cowboys are America's team, even though they're not, because nobody likes cowgirls. Like, but the Patriots, I think I've voted for them to win every week except the first week, so the past 2 weeks. But this week, they're taking that fat L. They are taking a fat L against the Cowboys. Dak is going to hope that he isn't ass, which I know is a stretch because, you know, he's ass, but I got the Cowgirls winning this.
The only reason I'm taking the Cowboys here after a pathetic ass performance like last week is because I think their pass rush is really going to get to Mac Jones here. I think Mac Jones just played in the worst, just participated in the worst game I've ever seen. It was torture to my eyeballs against the Jets. Now, they did win. Like, how does a team like the Jets do what they did on offense and you don't win by 50, bro? Like, I don't get it. Like, your team is much more talented. Actually, not really. Zach Wilson is just so bad that he brings down everybody with him. Like, Zach Wilson literally sucks the star power out of any player. Anyway, the Patriots should have won that game, or it did win that game, but should have won it a lot easier. And I think this week when they face a team like the Cowboys, and I understand they just lost to the Cards. All right, I'm not denying that, but they have to bounce back here. All right, it's part of Cowboys fashion to lose like that. So don't let it fool you. The Patriots are still going to lose this week, so I got the Cowboys too. Next game, the Cardinals are visiting the San Francisco 49ers. And so Eric already gave us his prediction, but he has the 49ers. Now let's hear his explanation of why.
You want to know why? Because you got Big Cock Brock. Big Cock Brock. Gotta take the dub. Christian McCaffrey has been going off this week. Or year. This whole year. He's been going off. Receive all the above. Name something that he's done this year. He's done it better than your team. So that is why he will once again. They will once again win. And I got the 49ers. The Gold Diggers. Michael's going through some mic problems right now. So I'm going to entertain everybody. The
Arizona Cardinals obviously are going to lose this game. All right, that's all I got to say. Joshua Dobbs is not going to be dodging nothing this week. That pass rush is going to violate him with Armstead, Hargrave, and Nick Bosa. They're going to absolutely assault him in the pocket, and there's nothing that any of those O-linemen can do. The O-lineman has been a strength for the Cardinals, which is like the only reason they have been like competing in these games is because their run game is doing pretty good because their O-line's pretty good. I don't know what's really good. Every single position on the 49ers team is really good. All right, everybody on that 49ers team is goated, and you know, you might have some questions about Big Cock Brock, but he has not lost a game yet. Even when he didn't play that good last week, he's still the Giants, all right? And I understand it's a Giant. Just shut up. All right, the 49ers are going to get absolutely, or the Cardinals are going to get absolutely curb stomped by the 49ers. And yeah, I think the 49ers might end this game in like 2 hours, so you know, we'll see. The next game, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to visit. What a game of Sunday Night Football. We were going to see Mahomes versus Rodgers. Well, we see how that went. Kansas City Chiefs visiting the New York Jets. And I'm sure we'll spend all of 5 seconds talking about it. So who do you got, Eric? The Jets, I hope?
Chiefs, next question.
Yeah, I also have the Chiefs. Let's move on. And then the next game, yes, we really just brushed over that last game. Nothing needs to be said. Zach Wilson sucks. All right, so Seattle Seahawks are going to visit the New York Giants on Monday Night Football. This is actually going to be an interesting game, in my opinion. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I have the New York Giants. No, I'm playing. I have the Seattle Seahawks. I think Kenneth Walker's a GOAT, and I don't think the defense is going to stop him. The Giants did actually pretty good against the 49ers in the first half, but then forgot how to play football. And so Daniel Jones, being paid $40 million a year, just said, I'm a dip. In the that's what he said in the locker room. I don't feel like playing football anymore. And so, yeah, they lost to the 49ers, and they're going to lose this week at home in New Jersey against the Seattle Seahawks. They're going across the country to face the New York Giants. And, yeah, Kenneth Walker's going to have a day. Geno Smith is going to sell me in fantasy. And all is going to be right in the world. Tyler Lockett might go off because we all know how he does in Monday Night Football. Who do you got, Enrique?
I got the Seahawks because the G-Men are terrible this year. Figures. They don't have Saquon. Figures. Like, you know, that's definitely
Typical.
not an out of the ordinary thing, not having Saquon. And the Seahawks, Kenneth Walker's been going crazy. He's been going crazy. He's been going dumb. He's going to go stupid. Gino hasn't wrote back yet, but he's like got one paragraph done. So I don't know, but I still love the man because he's a West Virginia legend, literally. Yeah, I got the Seahawks winning this. That is
Any last words, Enrique?
peace out. Uptown.
So guys, and thank you for making it to the end of this video. On the screen now should be all of Madden's predictions for the rest of this week. Please be sure to tune in next week for Week 5 predictions and also Thursday Night Football predictions when we bring back my boy Cole, who is 2-0 on Thursday Night Football predictions. But anyway, make sure you tune in. If you enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Support your boy, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you. Bye.